I think we're live. Are we? Yep. 8 seconds into it. We are live. Anyway, welcome everybody. Hope you all had a wonderful day. It's Thursday, the July 13th. And look at that. It's almost 10 o'clock again. It's 9:52. Getting on a little bit late because I had stuff going, you guys. I got kind of been busy lately. So anyway, I did have a study ready for tonight. But I just looked at it, and it's probably going to be longer than I want to do. And since I'm already coming on like a half hour late, so no, I'm not going to do that tonight. We'll do it tomorrow night. Tomorrow will be open chat. Man, am I tired all of a sudden? Getting sleepy. Just came in from outside, and right before it got dark out, it had a weird green color, like the green color in the air that right before a tornado comes or something. But anyway, that didn't happen. It just turned a weird green, and the sun went down. But a little bit of rain, but no storms, not like that. So, but yeah, I just came in, and man, am I tired? Working a lot in the garden, doing all kinds of stuff. So, working on my protest, which I think it's going to be next week. I'm not sure. Day one, I don't know how. I plan on probably being an ongoing thing. So, my protest anyway. We'll see how long they want to tolerate me. I don't know. Maybe they won't care. Maybe they'll be just fine with me. Anyway, we got knocked off a bunch of times last night. I just had to make sure that this is even going. Yep. Anyway. Sometimes when I come on, the microphone is muted. And I don't know it till Grace tells me. But I did look, double check, not muted. That's good. Man, am I tired, you guys. Anyway, been a long day. Got a lot done. So anyway, I'm just going to pull up my chat. Alright, I guess if it'll come up anyway. Get my chat up on the screen while I'm waiting. I was just looking at we did one time go over creation, comparing the creation stories with Egypt. I have a few more studies on Egypt that we're going to do, and then we'll be done with that. And I have another study after that, which has to do with the Gospels again. So we're going to hop back into the Gospels. So going all the way from ancient Egypt religions all the way fast forward 2,000 years into Christianity. Which, like I said, I had something ready for tonight. I might do it tomorrow. It's just too long. I'm not going to be on here an hour. I'm tired. And I just said I'm not going to make it an hour tonight. Not going to make it an hour. So, anyway. Let me see here. What else? Creation stories. Lots of parallels with Egypt, and I find it kind of interesting that everybody ends up coming out of Egypt, going there, coming out of there, whatever. Everybody involved in Egypt, like, I could see one of them, but all of them. Anyway, it seems to me like that's where things originated. I don't know. So, yeah, so I'm just going to have a little Bible chat. I'm going to mention a couple things I thought about today. I spent about 2 hours raspberry picking. I spent about an hour and a half this morning, and then another half hour this evening, and I got chewed alive by mosquitoes. Especially the further back in the woods you go, the more you get chewed. It gets darker and darker, and the berries get smaller and smaller anyways. So you got to keep out where the sun is. And but anyway, I want to do another batch of jam. That batch I made is so delicious. Oh my goodness. It had a few blueberries in it, also raspberry. 80% raspberry and the rest, or 90%. A little bit of blueberries and a little bit of strawberries. It is delicious. But I want to get more rolling on that. So I've been picking and picking and picking, trying to get another 8 cups to do another batch. So anyway, I hope you all had a wonderful day and all is well. So I'm just going to talk a little bit, and if nobody comes on, that's fine. I'm going to get off here anyway. But I want to mention a couple things. When I was listening to, I told you I like Jennifer Bird. She does story time every day. She's a biblical scholar, and anyway, something dawned on me. Actually, she actually said it. They're talking about going into the promised land. And now just think about this. And I've mentioned this a few weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago. But I noticed how just awful it was that the Israelites went in and slaughtered people in their own hometown and killed every man, woman, child, and animal, and everything else. Just like the white man came in and slaughtered all the Native Americans because they wanted this to be their land. I really don't see the difference. I mentioned that. But when I was listening to her today, something really hit me that you remember at the beginning, God, sends in the scouts to they send in, was it Joshua and Caleb at first? I can't remember. Anyway, they send in people to spy out the 12 spies, or I don't know how many there was. But the spies went in and checked out the land, and it was occupied. People were there. And so, but they saw giants as tall as trees, and amongst other people living there and having a very nice life, actually. Livestock, homes, everything. And but there was giants there. Anyway, of course, they came back, and the 12 spies, I think it's just Joshua and Caleb are the ones that said, we can do this. Actually, the story changed because one time it's Joshua, another time it's Joshua and Caleb. So there's 2 times. One time they leave out. No, one time I think it's just Caleb, and one other time it's Joshua and Caleb, or something like that. But anyway, there's 2 versions of it. But so God sends them in there, and they came back and said, "Oh, this is just too hard. There's giants, and it's too scary." And so God makes them wander the wilderness for 40 years, right? Now, this is all with stuff we know. Now, like I said, that's all good and fine and dandy unless you're on the receiving end of this. What if that was your town with all your relatives and your family and your friends, and some people came in to spy it out because they're going to kill every last one of us and our animals and everything, slaughter everybody so they can have the land. Like I said, nothing, to me, it's no different than the natives getting slaughtered for this land. But anyway, one thing that really hit me was Okay, and I'll just say we all know how the story ends. This part of it, anyway, how they wander the wilderness for 40 years, and after 40 years, after every last one of them, now when they started out, anybody that was under 20 years old um, wasn't really counted. So they're talking about the people when they started that were 20 years old. So they wandered for 40 years. So the 20-year-olds are now 6 years old and under the new one. So anyway, he gives those a pass. He gives the younger generation a pass, but he waits till all the older ones die off. Hey Grace, how you doing tonight? I'm saying how something dawned on me today about that story when I was listening to her read it. Now get this. All right. So God, out of the whole earth, God sends you to a town that already has this filled with people. And I know everybody justifies it in your head saying, well, they're bad people. Yeah, well, that's what they told the white people, told the, their people too, that these natives are bad. We got to get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? When really it was all about that railroad getting put through with James J. Hill. Anyway, but just think about this. So God picks a land that already is filled with people, a whole town, and tells them to go in there and scout out, this is going to be your land. All right. Now, when he promised the Israelites that that's going to be their land, people are already living there. It's not like he promised the land and then while they were gone wandering the wilderness, people moved in. God picked a land that was already occupied, filled with people, and said, this is going to be your land. But you have to go kill everybody. And they're like, yeah, we don't feel like doing that. So they wandered the wilderness for 40 years. Now, don't you think during that 40 years, God could have easily, God could have easily sent a drought. He could have driven those people out. If that's where he wants the Israelites, then why they're out wandering the wilderness for 40 years? Why don't you get rid of those people? Why wouldn't God get rid of those people so the Israelites don't have to go in and slaughter them and kill them and break the commandment? Thou shalt not kill. That's not self-defense, is it? Going and killing somebody for their land, that's not self-defense. So what kind of a God would, first of all, send you to a land that people are already there and telling you to kill them? And then when you don't want to kill them, he wanders you through the desert for 40 years without getting rid of these people. And when you're done after 40 years, and you're done after 40 years, then you still have to go kill all the people. Now they got more people. Women, babies, children, you know what I mean? Now there's another 2 more generations of people there. Yep, genocide is murder. What does God say about murder? Exactly. And really the only exception is like self-defense and whatever. But that isn't it. That's not self-defense. Stealing and plundering, that too. Take everything that they have, strip them of everything or whatever. Yeah, to me, that's my God would not do that. Anyway, so if you want to believe that, but here's the thing that just hit me today. God promised them that land when there's already people on it. I mean, knowing there's people on it that you'll have to murder, why wouldn't God pick a different spot or drive those people? If you really want that spot, drive those people out. You could drive them out with locusts. You could drive them out with flies. You could drive them out with a drought. You could drown them out with too much rain. You could. There's all kinds of ways that in 40, you got 40 years to get rid of, to empty the town out. Even a man could empty a town out. You know, if you had some, you know, a couple of bad guys, they could get rid of the whole town in 40 years. You know what I mean? And make it anything they want. They're called Freemasons. No, just kidding. But they do. Even a man could get rid of the people in 40 years. I mean, and have it empty. But anyway, like I said, it all sounds great unless you're on the receiving end, unless it's your town, and they're going to come in and kill you and every man, woman, and children, and everybody you know, and everyone, and your pets and your animals. Kill y'all because they said this is their land. God said so. Well, he can send a plague easily. Exactly. Just like he did in Egypt, you could send a plague. Very easy. You don't have, you know what I mean? That way nobody has to murder and have blood on their hands. Like I said, that story is a little jacked up, if you ask me. Like, why would he pick a place that already is packed full of people? Why wouldn't God either get rid of those people or pick a different place? Makes no sense. And especially storm, fire, exactly, anything. Storm, fire, plagues. You could send pestilences, you could send diseases, you could send, you know, flies, bugs, frogs. What about the 10 plagues? There's 10 plagues right there you could pull out and throw them at, you know what I mean? But for people to, yeah. So how was your day, Grace? Hope all is well with you. I was super tired, but I sent Grace a picture of my signs. I got my protest signs ready for next week. I think I'm going to do this next week. I haven't picked a day yet. I would just probably privately tell a couple people. But yep, it probably will be next week. But yeah, anyway, I'm super tired. I'm not going to be on here very long. I don't know if you heard before you came in, Grace. I had a study ready to go. But it's an hour long, and I got on here so late. I'm not going to do it. I'm so tired. So tired. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night because I was working on my sign. Busy. Had a house full of people celebrate my brother's birthday today. My niece is out. Really? The brother that you live with, is his birthday? July 13th is his birthday? Well, tell him happy birthday. Big happy birthday from the Mama Cat channel. Shout out to Grace's brother. Happy birthday. I hope it was a great, fun, excellent birthday. Many, many more. And many more. Anyway, wow. Well, you had a busy day too, huh? Yeah, I've been busting my butt lately, man. I'm just tired. By the time I sit down, I'm ready to pass out. Anyway, so I'm not going to be on here real long. But that sounds like fun, Grace. I wish I had a piece of birthday cake. It's hard to find birthday cake, and you know what? I am not going to make a cake because then you're either forced to eat the whole cake within 3 or 4 days, or throw it out. Or anyway, I usually only frost part of it. My sign looks great. Oh, thank you. Hey, Dee, how you doing? Good to see you tonight, Dee. I hope you had a wonderful day. I'm just chit-chatting a little bit because I came on so late that I'm not going to start my study. I'd be here till 11:30 if I did. Anyway, good to see you, Dee. Yes, I have a two-sided sign. It's heavy, though, but that's okay. I'm going to have it hang on to it while it's sitting on the ground on a big pole. You're doing good. Awesome. Awesome. Yep. Yeah, I'm getting in late, and I'm just going to be on here a little bit. I'm probably going to go to bed early tonight. I am so tired. But yeah, it sounds good. I hope it's cooling down where you're at. I know you got a heat wave there, D. Anyway, I hope that's cooling down or gonna cool down. But yeah. So that is That is the plan. Tomorrow will be open chat. I could do this. It's about a 1 hour study, so I don't know. I could do it tomorrow or put it off for a few days. Oh man. As I was saying when I first got on here, right before the sun went down, it got a really weird green. You ever see the whole like the atmosphere turn green? Like the air is green and everything is green looking. It's just weird. I thought it was gonna be maybe a tornado or something, but nothing happened. Still hot as heck, is it? Hot as blazes, huh? Hot as purgatory. Yeah, that 100+ heat sounds nasty. Yeah, it is. That's just as bad as being 20 below zero. Either way, you can't go outside. Yeah, that would be hard. Like you said, you really got to just get stuff done in the morning, and by noon, it's just probably too hot. You know what I mean? You never saw that? Oh, Grace says no cake, but we did have a fresh banana bread. Oh, that sounds good. Banana bread sounds really good. I've not had that in a while. Was wondering if the storms were headed your way. We had hail. Oh, you know what? That's what it looked like it was going to be, just like that. When it's green right before, that's usually when it does hail. Does it turn green before that? Either hails or has a tornado. It's hot and cold air mixing, whatever it is. Yeah, no, we just got just 5 minutes of rain, and outside seeing same lightning and thunder in the distance. Oh, you're seeing some lightning and thunder in the distance. Oh, I kind of like that at night anyway, when you're in your house safe. Yeah, sure wouldn't feel to be out in the field getting struck. Yes, it was green here too, just before the hail. Oh, you know what? I was thinking tornado, but it also can be hail. So yeah, if it turns green like that, yeah. And I gotta hurry up and get my vehicles inside. They're outside right now. But yeah, don't want none of that hail damage. That can be nasty on a vehicle. But yeah, it turned a weird green, and it was just getting dark out. Green is a sign of a tornado. Yeah, I remember the time I told you guys back in 1980. I remember exactly when it was. It was September of 1980. I was having a baby shower. Somebody gave me a baby shower, and during the baby shower, it was a tornado warning, and everything got. It was like stormy and stuff, and all of a sudden everything got really still, and it turned really green. And I was only 18 years old or whatever. No, I'm sorry. It was 1981 because that's when I was having my daughter. Um, yes. Anyway, um, or whatever year it was, it turned green, and then it hailed, and the tornado didn't hit us, but it went kind of close. And usually it doesn't come through the city. It usually goes to suburbs, right around there's a circle around the city. And actually, I used to live in a place called Tornado Alley, which is north of the cities, northeast of the cities. Seems where they hit all the time. Potential, yeah, yeah. But yep, I remember it turned green, it hailed, and then there was a tornado. And right before the tornado, it got so weirdly calm and quiet. Anyway, that was during my baby shower. No, actually, it was a wedding shower. I'm sorry. It was 1980 because that's when I got married. I had my daughter in 81. Yeah, it was a wedding shower. It wasn't even a baby shower. It was my wedding shower because I remember it was at the neighbor's house, and I didn't even know this lady. Um, but my family member knew the person, so we were at her house. I'll tell you something weird about I had a baby shower. So I had a wedding shower when I got married on his side of the family. And then on my side of the family, when I had a baby, they gave me a baby shower. And it was also at somebody's house that I didn't know. It was at my aunt's house. I had an aunt and uncle that I probably saw once in my life. I didn't even know them. And I'm not even sure how the shower ended up at their house, but it did. So I don't even know my aunt and uncle, this aunt and uncle, because they lived out of town or whatever. So anyway, I am very young. I'm still in high school. When I got married, I was still in high school. And my two high school friends that I grew up with, um, Sean and Kathy, my two friends, is Kathy, and Sean, all three of us. We were at my baby shower, and anyway, we were playing games and stuff. It was fun. But at one point, me and my two friends kind of start wandering around the house. They said you could look around the house if you want. Anyway, we went down in the basement. Did I ever tell you guys this story? This is so crazy. So me and my two friends, during the shower at my aunt and uncle's house that I don't even know, we go down in the basement, and there was a bedroom down there. And we go down in there, we're hanging out in the bedroom. And I swear as God is my witness, this is true. As we're sitting in the downstairs bedroom, we're looking on the walls, and there's a certificate on the wall, and it had my name on it, my first and last name on it. And we're saying, what the heck? There's like I don't know, track and field or something. It had my name on it. And then we looked, and my name was on their trophy. My name was on all her stuff. And it was so weird, you guys. It was weird. It was scary. It was like the Twilight Zone. We're thinking, why does these people have my name out over their stuff? I don't know why. And anyway, we went upstairs, and anyway, we didn't say nothing because we were freaked out. It was just like, this is creepy. My name was on all their stuff downstairs. Anyway, I was creeped out because I don't even know my aunt and uncle that well. And anyway, I don't know them at all, as a matter of fact. Like I said, I don't even know how my shower ended up at their house because I didn't even know them. But anyway, we did the rest of the baby shower. And then when I got home, I don't know. I think I called my parents or something. Anyway, I said the weirdest thing happened. We were all downstairs, and they had my name on everything. I was telling either my mom or dad. I said, it was so creepy. They had my name on stuff all over the bedroom downstairs, and they were laughing. My parents were laughing at me. And they said, no, it was somebody. It was actually, they had a daughter named Kathy, and they had the same last name as me. So it was their daughter who was younger than me. I didn't even know I had a cousin with the same name. Anyway, it was so freaky. Imagine going to somebody's house and you wander down one of the rooms and you see your name on all over their stuff. Anyway, we were creeped out. I'll never forget that. And then it was later I found out. Within a week later, I found out that yeah, I had a cousin, I guess. Yeah, it was weird. Anyway, it freaked out. All three of us were freaked out. We didn't even know, like, yeah, it was scary. It's kind of weird. Yep. As a matter of fact, yep. And as a matter of fact, one of the reasons my mom and dad didn't talk to them anymore was because of that. Because, okay, so my mom and dad had a daughter named Kathy, and they named their daughter with the same name, okay? So then later, they had a daughter named Chris. So my mom and dad named my daughter Chris, and I'm not. My sister named Chris, and I'm not sure it was because of that. I'm not sure if it's because of it or if it was a coincidence. But so they had a Kathy and a Chris, and my mom and dad had a Kathy and a Chris. And anyway, I don't know if they, I don't really know, I don't remember them being around too much. But anyway, I just remember um, thinking that they didn't like that, knowing that they didn't like that. It's like you naming, I named my daughter Sherry, and then my sister named her daughter Sherry. And I mean, not cool with the same last name. I mean, it didn't happen, but I mean, if it did, that would be sucky. So yeah. Anyway, it's freaked me out. Uh, but anyway, um, so yeah, I'm not gonna be on here real long. Yeah, that was my baby shower. That was in 1981, 91, 2001, 2011, 2021. That was 40 something years ago. I don't know, 42 years ago. Yep. And I still to this day never met her, the other Kathy. So don't even know what she looks like. And then one time, I was getting gas at a gas station, pumping gas in my car. That's when you used to pump it in the back of the car, remember, like in the trunk. Anyway, my cousin, my a male cousin of mine, pulls up, and I said, "Oh, hey, how you going?" And then he told me that he married somebody named Kathy. I said, "You're kidding." So that she had the last first and last name, same first and last name as me. So there's several people with my name. So if you think you know who I am because it's Kathy from Minnesota, nah, it could be two cousins, and then I don't know, there's a bunch of other people with the same name as me that I don't know in Minnesota. So they might all be cousins. I don't know. But there's multiple, even though I don't have a very common name, there's many people with my name in Minnesota. So there's a lot of duplicate names in my family. My brother and uncle and cousin all share the same full name. Really? Your brother, uncle, and cousin? Yeah, to me that's kind of weird. I guess maybe it's not. Maybe it's a common thing. I don't know. I never knew it. Never knew. Never knew nothing that there was another Kathy with my last name. But turns out there's many Kathys with my last name, even in Minnesota, and probably they're some kind of relative. I don't know, either by marriage or whatever. But anyway, if life wasn't weird enough, stuff like that makes it even weirder. So, all right. Well, I'm probably gonna wrap it up. I got all kinds of irons in the fire right now. Yeah, so I did finish my protest sign really late last night. You could almost call it this morning. Um, Finish my protest sign, and I'll be ready for next week. And um, tomorrow is Friday, so we're just gonna have open chat or do something. I don't know, but we won't start. Won't start anything new until probably Monday. As I'm just kind of running. And I can't believe it's already almost the end of the week. But anyway, I will sign off. But yeah, I like her series. Jennifer Bird, she does a story time every day and talks about the Old Testament and stuff. And yeah, it just dawned on me when God was promising them the promised land, there was already people there when he was promising it to them, like knowing that those people had to be murdered I mean, and then they got an extra 40 years to get rid of him and still didn't. So I don't know. That doesn't sound like the God I worship. You know what I mean? I worship a God that, hey, if they want you to be somewhere, he's not going to have you go murder somebody so you can live there. You know what I mean? Anyway, um, you know what? Right before I leave, though, I'm going to say one more thing. I think it was her, or maybe it was somebody else I was listening to today. What I do is put my headphones on and stick my phone in my pocket, and I go out raspberry picking. So, anyway, um, so I can't remember who it was today, but somebody was pointing out how, good night, Dee. Good to see you tonight. Somebody was pointing out today how Jacob is turned into Israel, and it turned and then God called Jacob Israel his wife. No, first he called him his son, and then he called him his wife, and then he called him a whore. So, and it's the same in the New Testament. You are both. So how can you be a child, somebody's child, and their wife? How can you be God's child and God's wife? One minute you're his child, and next minute you're a whore of a wife. I mean, what? You know what I mean? Well, strange. But I thought, you know what? I have I have noticed that we go from child, yeah, exactly, bride. How can your child be your bride? How can you be a child? Is God marrying his child? You know what I mean? Is Jesus marrying his child? How can you be a child of God and his bride? An unfaithful wife, a whore. One minute you're a child, the next minute you're a whore. Yeah, and bride and all that. So it can't, you really can't be both. You can't be the child and the bride. You can't marry your daddy. I mean, I'm saying you're not supposed to anyway. I mean, that's actually God's own rules. You can't marry your mother or your child. You know what I mean? Well, not marry, but you know what I mean. Anyway, very strange. But anyway, this is another thing it kind of stuck out to me today. Yeah, hey, wait a minute. How can we be his bride and his child? How can be a child of God and his bride? Sounds like that YouTube numbers guy prophet. YouTube number. I don't know. Anyway, um, but seriously, in all seriousness, how can you be a child? How can you be somebody's child and their bride at the same time? You know what I mean? YouTube numbers guy. Oh, you got to narrow it down. The guy whose wife is demonic. You got to narrow it down. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Um, that's funny. But but yeah, it just got me to thinking. So two things that got me thinking today. Number one, why would God, out of the whole earth that he made, why would he let somebody occupy land that he's going to give to you and then tell you go kill everybody? And then when you don't want to kill everybody, he makes you wander the desert for 40 years, doesn't get rid of the people. In fact, they multiply. So when you come back, you got more people to kill. Every man, woman, child. So you can have the land. Yeah, that doesn't, I don't know. There's something weird about that. God could have gotten rid of them people. Oh, oh yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Duh. How do I not know that? JL, say no more. The one who's got the word liar in his channel name. Yeah, his wife is demonic. You should have put wife in quotation marks. Then I would have known who you're talking about. Oh, that one. Okay, because there's so many demonic YouTube prophets with numbers. I don't know which one you're talking about. Well, oh, and the demonic wife. Huh, I should have thought because most of them are not married, including that one. He pretends he's married to this lady so he can go have sex with her. Oh, man. Oh, plus he was evicted, so he needed a place to crash. You know what I mean? So anyway, um, yeah, they just make up rules as they go. But anyway, there's way too many. I know. I wasn't sure which one you're talking about. You gotta narrow it down. Anyway, yeah, it is kind of comedy. And you know what? When I'm working on something in a project, I like turning on something that's a good half hour, so I don't have to keep getting up and switching it. I like listening to it. It's like comedy, man. It's like totally like comedy. The only sad part is how people believe it. I mean, anyway. So no Elvis, no Space Needle, and no Trump had won this year, folks. Sorry to let you know. I'm just a messenger. But anyway, yeah. But I like her. I like her spin on things. A lot of stuff we've already gone over lots of times. But every day, I don't know. I get one little nugget. I mean, um, so anyway, I recommend her. She's anyway, I'm tired. Anyway, it's just fun to listen to. I like people who look at things different. You know what I mean? At a different angle. It's like when I'm picking raspberries, the whole bush is gone, empty, until I go around to the back of the bush and look, and it's wow, tons I didn't see. I like that, going around to the back and checking out what you missed. So, all right, well, I will sign off and say good night. I want everybody to stay cool. You can still get that lazy boy. Yeah, I want to pass on that. Yeah, any 45-year-old man who doesn't know how to wipe his own butt, yeah, somebody did a number on him. I tell you that. No, I'll pass on that. Um, anyway, yeah, but he may be getting single pretty soon. So yeah, if anybody wants to be verbally and physically abused and told you're nothing, yes, there may be a guy like that soon available. So I would steer far clear from that, but you never know. There's somebody for everybody, right? I love you too, Grace. Thanks for coming in. Thanks, ladies. Nice seeing you tonight. Tomorrow will be an open chat. Friday night open chat. And chit chat, chit chat. Some chit, some chat. Anyway, well, thank you, Father, for gathering us and all of our blessings we receive. Amen. Funny how they all claim famous rich women want them to. Yeah, yeah, they're just beating them. Famous rich Hollywood women are beating the door down to get them. Can you believe it? I don't know. I can't. Yeah, they have to beat these ladies off with a stick. Yeah, believe that, huh? Or they want to write a book about you. Anyway, all right, guys. It was nice talking to you tonight. I'll talk to you soon. Uh, tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. I'm definitely gonna try to come on earlier because I just ran far behind tonight. Well, if the prophet says it, it must be true. Yes, you can count on it. Yep. In fact, go tell all your friends and family to get out of Seattle. I saw somebody in the chat. Every year there's somebody in the chat, and I saw it again this year. Oops. Sorry about that. Yes. Good night, everybody. Same cat time, same cat channel. Thank you, Grace. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging in there. Anyway. All right. Good night, everybody. We'll see if I can get off now. Shalom. Good night.